Meeza, can you just explain to us the inspiration for the design, and I suppose also how proud you were to be able to provide the design for what Geelong are wearing over the 2 weeks since the Nicholls round?
Yeah, no, I'm really proud not only that Lawson gets to wear the design, but that it's representative of our whole family, and I guess that's what the inspiration was in the end. You know, just wanting to represent our family so that we have not... sorry. Yeah, just that we're represented, basically. Yeah.
When you've got that blank canvas, what is going through your mind to go, all right, this is what I want to include in the design?
Well, me and Lawson have always been back and forth, like from the Kimberleys to the Pilbara, living in Wickham, and we grew up in Broome for a little bit. And I think for me, the most important thing that I wanted to represent was the colours that you see, like with the pindan and the turquoise. I really like those colours up there, and I think that's such a thing you don't see anywhere else. So for me, that's really what I wanted to incorporate, and just all the different symbols that we have that are special within our family, I just chucked them on there too. So yeah. And
you captured lightning when he kicked the goal and was able to grab the jumper. And
yeah, no, that was very cool. Yeah, it was pretty iconic, I'd say. Yeah.
How long does that whole process take?
We started it probably like a year ago now. We've got a few memories come up of our sketches from the start, a bit different. So yeah, it was a long process, but we worked really hard with the Geelong marketing team, the graphics team, and also a bit of cotton on. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, just worked together with lots of the family.
You had a bit of experience with similar jumpers in the past, or was this the first time for you?
This is the first time, but last year I was studying graphic design, so it was pretty cool. I got to use some of the skills I've learnt for that to do this, and I got a few tips from the Cotton On group, and also Bianca and Brie. Oh, sorry, not Brie. Renee, sorry. Yeah. So it was good. It was good to learn. Well, like the stuff that I had learned, it was good to put it into practice.
Where were you studying?
North Metro TAFE in Perth.
Oh, cool. Oh, so still in WA then?
Yeah.
Yeah. How often would you come and visit Laws?
Last year I probably came for his important games like the debut and stuff. I came over a few weeks ago for the photos, but a lot of it was just online, like calling, because I can't always just get over here.
You surprised by how quickly he's adapted to the level?
Not really, to be honest. Lawson's a very hard worker, so I knew that he'd get there. He just needed to be given the opportunity.
Your GPS was a little bit out, Lawson. What were you doing 25 metres from goal?
No, I was playing the formation. I was doing the right thing. It was nice to get up there. I feel like every week I'm trying to get there, and usually Zach Guthrie's not giving me the ball or something, and I get into him when we get back to the back line. So, but no, it was cool to get on the end of one, especially wearing the Guernsey is really special. So I was stoked to get on the board, and it was pretty cool.
I suspect it was just a natural reaction in the way you grabbed the jumper. I don't think you would probably have any preconceived ideas about what you do if you kick a goal.
Yeah, 100%. It just kind of happened, and I just thought, seeing everybody run around in it, and we were playing some pretty good footy. I thought I was pretty happy with how we played, and it was really good. I think we did the jumper really proud, and Meeza really proud with that. So it was just a bit of emotion, and it's been a really big week. Obviously, a lot of conversations about it throughout the last week and the announcement of it all. So I was just really grateful that it all worked out really well, and we had a good win because the jumper means a lot to obviously our family, and it was nice to give it the respect I felt it deserved.
Meeza, just on the design, how much influence did Lawson have on your design? What we've read is it was a bit of a collaboration with Lawson, your other two siblings, and your parents as well.
Yeah, no, he had a lot to do with it. Obviously, because I'm not here, he's got to talk like the little nitty-gritties with everyone, and he's the one that called me if we needed help. And I think because Lawson's like older, he knew a lot about the family and stuff. Obviously, I know lots too, but I think as well it was a bit of a process of us learning more about the family, which is really helpful, I think, and good that we got to do it together. But yeah, he had a big impact on it, just guiding it, I'd say. But yeah, all our family had a big collaboration on it, so I'm very proud that we all got involved.
Well, who's really guided you the most? Do you feel like it's been a pretty amazing journey for you so far? Is there someone that really stands out, or there's a couple of people in your footballing life once you've arrived in Geelong?
Yeah, I think Nigel Lappin's probably the first one, particularly last year when I was kind of trying to get into the side. He's obviously our development coach, and he's done a lot of really good work, and he continues to do a lot of really good work with a lot of the younger guys. yeah, I think he was really important for me, just giving me that confidence that I can play at the next level. So he was really important. Zach Guthrie is another one, just all with the defensive formation and teaching me the Geelong way. He was really important in, I guess, helping me really feel like I understand the system that we play, and I think that's the most important thing at the Cats. Doesn't matter about how many disposals you get, if you're playing the formation the right way, that's going to be more important. And Stewie as well. Stewie's obviously really important. He's the general back there and sets us up a lot, and yeah, looking forward to hopefully having him back soon.
Yeah. What about Mitch? What kind of teammate has he been? He's obviously got the big milestone coming up this weekend. Yeah, a couple of thoughts about his influence as well. Yeah,
well, he's probably the next one, to be honest. Obviously, he's a WA boy, half back. He's played a lot, and yeah, I think his wisdom, and he loves footy. He's in here every day doing vision, doing touch. He just loves it still, and obviously he's in probably year 15 or so, and he's still doing all that, and he's working really hard. So I think he's been a bit of an inspiration. I guess you watch him from the side and see how hard he works, but he's also been really good for my education as well. And obviously he's really talented, played in a lot of positions, and had a lot of really important roles for the club over his journey. So his experience has been really important for us younger guys, I guess, to develop and learn different roles, which is like so important at the next level, I'd say. Yeah.
There was a report last night about a decline in the number of Indigenous players playing at the highest level. What can we do to improve those numbers, whether it's the AFL or just footy in general, do you feel?
Yeah, it's a bit of a hard one. I think there's so many things. I think it can be the AFL, it can be the grassroots, the communities. It's a really tough one, I think, because obviously the numbers are declining and it's a bit disappointing, but I think it's probably just going to take a whole scale approach with footy in general, because I think obviously the academies are really good. I think they're starting to hopefully bridge the gap, but it's probably more about the communities. I think trying to get the communities involved in sport, because I think that's where I guess a lot of you look at the Kimberleys and the Pilbara, and probably the facilities and access up there is a lot more difficult compared to cities, and that's where a lot of Indigenous people live, and where a lot of communities are. So probably just trying to give all people equal access to the game, but obviously it's going to be a whole.
What about for you then? How come you managed to benefit and perhaps others didn't?
Yeah, well, I was really lucky, so I got to go to boarding school, so that was probably what made it really lucky for me. My family were well off enough that they could afford to send me to boarding school, but obviously not everybody has that, I guess, fortunate position. So, and that's probably why I say, for me to play AFL, I had to leave home at 13 to do that. So not everybody's willing to do that, and that's probably part of the issue, I'd say.
Well, that holds you in good stead too, moving to Geelong, because of that experience when you were 13?
I'd probably say, yeah. I think homesickness, I learned to deal with it pretty well, and I guess even in that kind of embrace the different, embrace a new way of life, and I love Geelong, and it's so different to WA, I feel. It's bloody cold. It's really cold at the moment. So, but beside that, it's 100%. I think that's held me in really good stead.
Yeah, awesome. Just to go back a bit, I just wasn't sure. So when you got that concussion, I know this is kind of old news, but I'm just curious to know, how did that actually happen? And did you only realise after the game that there was an issue, or? Yeah.
So I got an elbow from my check in the second quarter, just accidental, and and it was just I felt pretty good. Went into half time and I felt alright, and it was probably I guess later on in the game, probably maybe late in the fourth, and I started to feel a few little symptoms, and I was like, obviously I kind of didn't really think much of it, and the game was really close, and but as soon as we came off, I was pretty much straight to the doctors, and they were really good. They did all the checkups and stuff, and I passed it all on the ground at the time, so it was a hard one. I felt like they did everything they could, and then I just came forward, and I guess came forward with my symptoms, and they felt like that was probably enough to rule me out for a week, which is fair enough. It's the right thing to do.
Thursday night, much has been made of the Bailey Smith factor on the game. Is the media overhyping it, or is there going to be a little bit of spice about the contest early?
I don't know. I think it's going to be a good game. Obviously, doggies are going really well, so there's going to be a lot of there's always going to be a bit of I guess fire with the game, because two teams, really proud teams. I think they've beaten us the last couple of times they played here, so we're obviously going to be pretty revved up and we want to win that. And Sir Dog Nicholls round and Dunks' 300. So I feel like there's a lot riding on the weekend. There's obviously a lot going on surrounding the game. So I think it's going to be pretty full on either way. Whether Baz is antagonising people or not, I think it's going to be a pretty fiery game anyways. But obviously they're in really good form, so we're going to have to be playing really well to match that. And it should be a good one.